for having me back on. It's been so long. So glad to be back with everyone. Everyone's had such wonderful pieces. It's so nice to be back in a poetry environment yet again. I've got a couple pieces. I'm going to start off with something a little weird and a little historical. And then I'm going to go into a rhyming poem because I know you guys like those. So, and I'll also share my screen here so you can follow along. So this is a piece that is inspired by something that my friend actually came up with. It's sort of a riff on two little bits, the famous Ich bin ein Berliner speech by John F. Kennedy, and then Walking Around, a poem by Pablo Neruda. And you know what, I'm just gonna let it kind of speak for itself, but it's really sort of a deep dive into the unstable political landscape of Eastern Europe. I have a lot of family from that area, so I like to explore that in some of my writing sometimes. So this is called It So Happens I'm Sick of Being a Jelly Donut. It so happens I'm sick of being a jelly donut, and it happens that I peer into stage lights, heat against glaze and silk ruff of sugar, risen like the head is risen out of Horeb, and cleats scried like Soviet boot prints over so much powdered dough. A man from Hungary has died. His gerbeau now belongs to the state. His children want for sweetness at the wake, and it happens that his wife must pay the damages, the storefront courts like decades ago in short Berlin. A held retort before the Reich adjusted its chewing from canines to molars, substances behind windows of iron, and it happens that it hurts. Tank treads mumming block by keening block until tires pop just so, and it just so happens I'm tired of being a jelly donut. Ich bin ein. The home was ours, but the death was mine. So yeah, that is It So Happens I'm Sick of Being a Jelly Donut. Yeah, I'm gonna do the rhyming one, and then if we have time at the end, I might come back to this last one. So this is one of my most recent pieces. I wrote it last week, based off of a t-shirt that one of my undergrads was wearing that said everything is tubes, because he's a tuba player. And I thought he was making some grand sort of fractal-like association of all things being composed of tubes and strings and things like that, but he was just referring to tubas. But I just kind of ran with that, and it turned into this sort of broad, goofy poem that kind of ties in a lot of scientific things and conceptual things. And yeah, anyway, it's called Everything is Strings. What am I but bundles from their anchors come undone? A touch-off bomb corrupted by user settings of the sun. Never one for macrame, but always two for touch. And honesty isn't living, but hell, at least it's much. Everything is catgut, luminescent crumbs of grass, like fiber holes to shutter in the hollow bones of glass. Substance, like the insolence, which fats our failing house and curls in spheric armor with the roly-poly louse. Everything is tubulin, roads from bony reach, the micro of its message and the membranes of its speech decide like I'm some particle with charge and halfway spin, waving partial parallax along nimbus knobs of skin. What is small is smaller, and what is vast revolves, and what is filmed forgets me when my picture lap dissolves. I am tube as you are tube, some coelom things with hair, fiber beasts in harnesses too dopified to care, and from inside the smallest muse which knits our DNA, as without so too within, in protein chain crochet, she sounds me to my highest note harmonically it serves, the partial pluck that got me stuck in my allotted nerves. So yeah, thank you. That's all for now. I have a few more, but I'll save those for the end if we come back around. They're a little bit long anyways, so. Thank you.